How do you decide what animals stay at the sanctuary and what ones go up for adoption?
That's a good question. So basically, it all depends on both of my animals and, of course, the new animals, the future of their health in every single way. If I believe that an animal can thrive here without, of course, the possibility of any of my animals ever being in danger, if I believe that an animal is safe here, especially not just with all of the animals around, like not just because of the livestock animals, the horses, the pigs, not just because of their safety, but also like we're really in the wilderness. There's mountain lions, coyotes. So if I have an animal that is not going to be, that they will not adjust to the pack. What do I mean by that? If they're not pack oriented, all of these animals here, this entire pack, they feel safer. They feel safer as a unit. You see how one goes, they all go. Not all of them, there's a couple lazy ones. So going back to that question, sorry, there's a bunch of noise going on in the background. The animal's overall happiness, and of course, most importantly, or I would say equally as important, is their safety. So a good example is knowing the potential of something. It's avoiding a fight or avoiding a problem way before that problem happens. That's the biggest thing for me, as now finally having a sanctuary, seeing what I have to do is pay so much attention to the new animals we bring in that sometimes I have to make very difficult decisions to avoid a potential problem, whether it be from my animals or the new ones. Drinking some water. So a good example is, I don't have to do it often, but a great example was Rolly's mom, Velvet. Velvet, who I went to visit for months, every single Friday, never miss it, with the family dogs, Tasha and Justin's Family Dog New Life Animal Shelter, to go visit her. I was so excited to bring her home, but the two reasons I didn't keep Velvet is, one, she was very, very intense, in a beautiful way, if it wasn't such a big pack, but she was so intense, like, to get dogs to play with her, that I believe it was because she was deaf. She wouldn't listen to the signs when they would tell her, like, hey, I don't want to play, or I don't want to be bothered. She wouldn't leave them alone. She didn't pay attention to the cues. And I was worried, especially if I wasn't there one day, that one of the dogs would get so fed up and so frustrated that it could be a potential fight or just a bad bite. So I wanted to avoid that. The second reason I didn't keep Velvet is because, again, her being deaf, at first I appreciated the challenge. There's a noise, we'll go inside soon, I just want to finish this. I appreciated the challenge, but on these pack walks, when she would want, the dogs like to lead. When she would lead, she wouldn't hear when we would go to turn, and she was so intense and so focused, so anytime she would go one way, she would streamline that way, and I would say, Velvet, Velvet, and of course she couldn't hear me, so I was always very worried about her getting lost. And with her new mom, after meeting her new mom, and I've babysitted Velvet, her new name is Maya. Is that a scratch? Her new name is Maya. Her mom, I don't think I've seen many people love a dog as much as Velvet, or excuse me, Maya's mom loves her. So yeah, every now and then I have to make that tough decision, but I only do it if I know it's best for all the dogs involved.
Would you ever foster or adopt cats?
We have fostered cats, and we got them adopted almost immediately. Luckily, our veterinarian, Jessica Thompson, has a really big following on TikTok and Instagram as well, and her focus is cats. So we took in these 4 kittens, I believe 5, and 2 other cats, and she got them fixed for us and got them rescued like almost immediately. However, I don't know for sure, like it took up a lot of my time, and being that I'm the only one that works with the animals on the property right now, I don't see us taking in cats in the near future, because a lot of these dogs have a very high prey drive, so it just wouldn't be safe for cats, and we don't have like a building that I could dedicate just for cats. So, a few cats at a time I think we can do, but it really did take a lot of work. Like I didn't realize how often you have to clean up cat litter and all that stuff, so it was a project for sure, but I'm very happy that they all found a home.
So the fires that have been taking place in the Northwest, what is your fire evacuation plan?
Yeah, so it's a good question, and we get that quite often about a fire evacuation plan. So actually, a lot of people don't know this, but We were very close. Even like the offer was accepted. We were ready to buy this property. And right before we released the funds, the previous owner of this place actually had to evacuate at 2:30 in the morning. So this property was just 6 miles away from the fires almost being burnt down. We do have an evacuation strategy. We have teams in place that would help us if we ever need to get all the animals into a variety of different trailers. But our next big purchase, our next big purchase for the sanctuary would be a trailer or even multiple.
Oakland, California has a lot of stray dogs in the streets. Have you seen that area yet?
My brother and my niece and my sister-in-law actually live in Oakland. I've been there a few times. I know that there's certain parts of Oakland that have a lot of stray dogs. LA is really bad too. There's some parts of Oregon, but I didn't know that like Oakland itself had had an issue with stray dogs out there. No, I did not know that. However, what I would like to say is this, and this is bless you. And this is a good opportunity. We get so many emails from people out of state to adopt their dogs or their pets, or even if it's shelters that they're trying to promote and stuff, which is awesome that they're trying to help these shelters. Not awesome that, they're trying to find homes for their dogs and stuff. But we, as a rescue, we can't take in animals from out of state. We can, but it's way more of a hassle. So we really do our best to only focus on the dogs or the animals that are within Oregon. Otherwise, there's just a ton of paperwork. We have done it, of course, in certain situations, but we try to just focus on animals within Oregon. It makes it a lot easier for me and my team.